Hello my friends! First of all, I want to welcome the new subscribers to my channel. As most of you know, I try to play DayZ how it's meant to be played. I also try to get interaction happening between survivors. Yesterday, the development team released a new patch for the experimental release. I'm not going to talk about every tiny detail, but mostly about persistence and loot respawning. Persistence is pretty awesome because you can actually find stuff that other survivors leave behind. At the moment this is limited to single objects, but in a few days this will be extended to containers as well. The possibilities are endless from here. You will find loads of notes. Please take some time to actually leave notes behind, because you can do enormous joy and give stories to other survivors to play. Also, do you know the feeling of dropping a weapon on the ground when you see the red text in your screen appearing? Well, this is not the case anymore, because this stuff will actually stay in the same server. This will also cause players to keep playing in the same server. The only improvement I would like to see that it will be made easier to join the same server you've been in before. I'm still wondering how long the items will actually stay lying around for, because I can imagine this can only give performance problems in the server in the end. Loot respawning is really cool as well. How often did you run into a city and when you found the doors open you just skipped it as a whole, or maybe you joined a fresh server where the doors weren't open yet? Well, this is not the case anymore, because loot is respawning and you will still find loot here even if the doors are open. I even saw at some point loot appearing in front of my nose. Maybe that needs an adaptation as well. Restarts don't matter for this system, because the loot respawning will take care of the stuff spawning and not the restarts. This will make loot much more scarce and you will be forced to literally scavenge around more. In this footage I'm showing you in a triple or even more speed. You can actually see that I found some stuff on the road, and I also dropped stuff on the road like notes and the gas canister. That is what persistence will do for you. It will give you a living world. You can see this very clearly in the next footage. This is Dolina, and the police station obviously have been looted, even in this particular server restart. But there's all sorts of stuff lying around. There was this note it was written on, there were flashlights lying around on random places. This is really cool, because in between the real stuff you also find a lot of garbage. Here, this IV starting kit, I don't think it ever spawns here in the police station. There's so much shit here. It's unbelievable. This also brings us to the downside of this patch. There is a few things they still have to fix. There was a lot of rubber banding going on for everyone. Not all the time, but just at some points. The zombies were very hard to hit, as previously known as well. I found out that it's not the melee that's particularly broken, it's actually the location of the character. So I found out that if you actually circle around the zombie, keep hitting it, you will actually kill it without any problems. Another downside is that I got 2 instant death screens in this patch, like this one. I don't know why I got it. There was nothing going on. I was just picking up an item. There was no sound of a gunshot, anything. So I can only imagine that it is something that maybe my character stood somewhere else randomly, like a ghost clone, stuff like that. I don't have a clue. But if that happened to more people, I can imagine they need to fix that before they release it to stable, just as the rubber banding again. For the rest, it was really enjoyable. Welcome to the living world.